Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to create this classical foxy eye, cat eye, Audrey Hepburn, Ariana Grande inspired makeup look. I feel absolutely stunning and I'm sure you will feel stunning with it on as well. So if you would like to find out how to create this makeup look, then all you have to do is keep on watching. You would have already seen what my makeup is going to be today, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I just have like this idea of what I want to do and the palette that I want to be using. But the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize, so my moisturizer has time to sink into my skin. And if you are wearing this makeup during New Year's Eve, I would recommend priming with some mattifying primer if you have oily skin, obviously. I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, I know which palette I want to be using, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Super Nude palette. I got this somewhat recently and I haven't tested it out yet, but I think it'll be perfect for what I'm wanting today for my makeup. I am inspired by the Ariana Grande 60s look, that cat eye kind of look. But let's have a look at the palette. She's nice and compact. Okay, so you have like a 1, 2, 3 moment. So if you're not very good at makeup, it's nice and simple for you. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Yeah, I think that will be perfect. Alright, okay. I am going to prime with a little bit of my concealer first because I always prime. So let's do that. In fact, I think the makeup look is going to be so simple that you could potentially do your base first, but I never do. I always do my eyes first. I'm going to focus on the darker side and the more cool toned side today. So I have the Prime, Enhance and Smoke and Define. I'm going to pick up the Prime Date Eye and I'm going to place it on the inner half of my lid. I think this shade might just be like a satin whitish shade because it matches my skin almost perfectly. I'm now going to start to define my crease and I'm going to take the Enhance portion of the Date Eye and I'm putting that in my crease. Because I'm going to be like making that cat eye effect, I'm going to stop putting that Enhance shade right here, so I'm not pulling it down. I want it all like super lifted. It's quite a nice shade actually, like a very light greyish almost. And now lastly, I'm going to take a pencil brush and the Smoke and Define the black in the palette. It looks shimmery, I don't know why. And I'm going to make almost a wing liner first. Ooh, shall I use some tape? I'm gonna use some tape. I know I've been using it a lot lately, but it just can't beat tape sometimes. Now I can go to town. And I want this liner to not be like perfect. I want it to be blended in and smoked out. So I'm almost making a wing liner with this eyeshadow. I'm going to take my previous brush and blend this in. And once I have this eyeshadow, this black liner, out about an inch, I'm going to take a tip of my pencil brush and make like a line into my crease. I'm starting off very delicately Can you see what I'm doing? Do you know what I mean? And now I'm going to take that previous brush and blend this in so it like fades into nothing. Reapplying the black. I'm not the biggest fan of this black, if I'm honest. It's like a satin finish. I don't prefer, when I want my matte eyeshadow, I want it nice and matte. So I want it nice and defined on the outer half, but I want it to blend into nothing. I might have to dip into a different eyeshadow palette for this black, especially for the outer corner. I don't like it. It's almost grey because of how satin it is. The eyeshadow blends out nicely, but I'm not entirely sure about the intensity. Let's get a better black. I'm going to take my Ride or Die Carnival 3 and I'm taking Black Beach. That black is just another level black. I'm going to blend this top line up towards my brow. All I'm going to have to do is take a little bit more of that lightest shade, that base shade, and kind of clean up my lid. You could definitely cut your crease, but this is like a nice simple makeup look. Can you achieve this makeup with just this palette? Yeah. The moment of truth. Wow. My tape was a little too short, but I can clean that up. That is what I wanted. Looking cute. Let me catch up with the other eye and I will be right back. I like the makeup look. I like the palette, but I don't know. That black is not it. For me, a black should be black, and this is more like a very dark grey, which kind of works for the makeup look that I'm doing and to actually smoke out the lash line, which is what it's intended for. It is called Smoke and Define. It would look fine. So is it my favourite black? Definitely not, but it's not bad. Not a bad palette. I like it. Nice and everyday. Okay, time to briefly move on to the base, and I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It is a nice foundation. It's not like super long wearing, so maybe not the best for New Year's Eve, but it looks so pretty in pictures because it does actually smooth out the skin really, really well. Okay, because I want to use the Flawless Airbrush powder for my under eye, I am going to try out what I said when I initially tried it out. I'm going to use a slightly lighter concealer because I felt like the powder, because it mattes it down, it actually like didn't give me enough brightness under the eye, but I think I can combat that with just a lighter concealer. So today I'm going to use my favourite Collection Lasting Perfection, but the shade that I'm using is Porcelain number 2. This is like pretty much white. Okay, let's see how the powder works now. Nice. I mean, I did like the powder. It was just that I thought it matted me down a little too much, but now I love it. So I only powder in the center of my face. I don't powder anywhere else, especially because I am going to contour and bronze, and you know that's powder, so there's no point putting powder on powder. I'm taking the Shade and Light palette today to contour my face. For my blush today, since I do have the Carnival 3 with me right here, I'm just going to mix up some colours. I mean, I might as well. I'm taking that kind of middle row as my blush today. And finally, for the highlight, you know it, Revolution Highlighter Reloading in Just My Type. Yes, that is the only highlighter I use. Okay, the look is coming together. Time to do the brows. For that, I'm using my favourite products, the Westbound Co. Soap Brow, and brushing that through my brows. And then I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. Bushy brows check. Not a lot left to do. I'm going to put some mascara on. Today I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara. It's quite nice. It doesn't give me as much volume as it does length, but I don't mind. There we go. You could totally leave it there, but you know me, I'm definitely adding some falsies, and that shape is there. But to give it even more of a foxy look, I'm going to take like an actual painter's brush. It's from Creative Models, and it says 10 out of 0, so like it's honestly, you won't be able to see it. It's so tiny. There's probably like 5 hairs on it. And I'm going to take that mascara and dip my brush in it and use it as a liner for my inner corner. So I'm going to elongate my inner corner by following the natural point of my tear duct, but I'm just making it a little bit longer. Can you see the subtle difference? And this is precisely why I brought this brush, because it's so small, but it does exactly what I need it to do, and that is to make like a super thin line. It's so good. If you don't have this brush, try and use the thinnest eyeliner brush that you have. All there's left to do is some lips, and since I've used so much Charlotte Tilbury today, I might as well take the Pillow Talk lip cheat first and outline my lips. And because I'm struggling to find my actual Pillow Talk lipstick, I'm just going to fill my lips in with the pencil. Okay you guys, so here it is. This is the final cat eye, foxy eye, cold toned New Year's Eve makeup look. I hope you like it. I think it's very classic. I love the way it makes my eyes look. I am feeling very like Audrey Hepburn / Ariana Grande vibes today. I'm feeling myself. I feel cute. And even if you're not going anywhere this year for New Year's Eve, glam up, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel special this year, and makeup, for me at least, is like, it just makes you feel another level. It just gives you some kind of power, and it's so good. Anyway, as for the eyeshadow palette that I used today, I mean, it worked, it was fine, but I just checked the price and it is £45 for 6 shades. 6 shades, 6 satin / matte. It's a satin kind of palette. £45. And to add to that, I had to dip into my Carnival 3. Is it worth it? You'll be the judge. I don't know if you've got the budget for it. I don't think it's worth the price, if I'm being completely honest, because you are only getting 6 shades, but they are stunning everyday shades. And I reckon if you're only just starting out maybe, or if you're a mature lady and only want one palette to really have all of the shades, it is a decent palette for that. So I don't know, my opinion on this is a little bit mixed. I don't think it's worth £45, but it is not a bad palette. Alright, I think that's it. I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.